Welcome back, ladies and gents, as today we take on playoff chasing Hartlepool. Is it going to be fun in the sun, or is life going to be a bit of a beach? Well, before we get into today's game, we do of course have a couple of matches to catch up on. So, without further ado, let's hop into Football Manager 22. After bouncing back from 1 win in 6 to 3 wins and a draw in 4, we then welcome the challenge of second place Salford to York, and thankfully our good run continued as a Lubala brace broken up by a Morgan goal gave us a 3-0 lead and left Salford only with a 45-minute Ennis consolation goal. Next up, we then travelled to 15th place Mansfield, and with the goalkeeper gifting us a 22nd minute goal, fortune looked to be on our side. However, as an earlier saved Zimba penalty suggested, this wasn't to be the case, as a minute later Mansfield responded with the first of an eventual trio of first half goals. Okay, so I was going to jump straight into our medical centre. We've got a few niggly knocks to go over, but I forgot last time out to mention a particular transfer. Now, if you look at the very bottom, we've actually sold a player, and that is Ryan Whitley. Now, this, as you'll see from our injuries, might be rather big. He, of course, went for 1.9 grand. He's gone to Wigan, which, to be honest, is a bargain price for him. I feel like he's valued about 5 grand. Let's just have a little look. He's valued 2 to 6 grand for them now, but as you can see from our scouts, he's not a recommended signing. He's 24 years of age now. Yes, he's getting on a little bit. F rating, only sign Whitley as a last resort. I think that's a little harsh. He's not that bad. As you can see, last time he played for us, he has conceded a few goals. He conceded 4 in 4 for Scarborough on loan, conceded 4 in 3 for us before that. Didn't do particularly well in the North or in lower divisions, so I can't see him really doing a whole lot going up to League One. But hey, Wigan wanted him, so let Wigan have him for 1.9 grand. But what are those injuries? Right, so as you can see above my head, after that Mansfield game, well, they hit the fan, and, well, we've got quite a few injuries to some very key players. First of all is Jaden Williams. He's, of course, a squad player, pulled out with a knee ligament. That's got him out for quite a while, 4 to 8 days, 1 to 4 days on Brookbank. It's annoying because a lot of these are quite short injuries, but they fall right on this fixture. He's got a damaged shoulder. Pedder then picked himself up the flu. 8 days for that, sent him home, make sure he didn't infect anyone else. Willoughby, he then went and pulled his pectoral muscle for 1 to 2 days. We've got Ben Alwick, he's got a tight groin. He's expected to be out for 1 day, although he is going to be sitting on our bench with that. So hopefully he's not required, because Oluwayemi is also injured. He's got a bruised knee, so he's going to be playing with a bruised knee, which he's got for the next day or so. We then have Wright, who has a tight calf again for a day. But let's head on over to the dressing room and let's see what our squad looks like for today's game. Welcome, ladies and gents, to the dressing room of the Walking Wounded, and as you can see, Oluwayemi is going to remain in goal with that bruise on his knee, I believe it was. We then have a couple of players who are lacking fitness on the bench, who are of course returning from those injuries. So Ben Alnwick is going to be on the bench, and so is Wright. Missing out though is Willoughby. He wasn't really in our plans anyway. We then have Pedder, of course, at home with his flu. Brockbank, as you can see, his condition is about half because of his injury, so he's not playing, and Williams the same for him too. So, who is in our lineup as well as Oluwayemi? Well, the back line of Osu, Shipley, Adiapan and Jenkinson. Morgan and Allen will control central midfield, with our attacking midfield as Lubala, Norwood, Dyson and Zimba up front. Bench consisting of Alnwick, Carlin, Connolly, McLaughlin, Wright, McLean and Campbell. But without further ado, let's crack on with this, and we are of course going for a cautious mentality. Right, so the team sheet is out here at Victoria Park, and as you can see, Hartlepool is going for 3 changes in this one, but we aren't going to dilly-dally around here too long. If you're interested, you of course can pause it back on the team sheet, but we want to crack on with this. We want to tell the lads our assistant at least thinks that we should show everyone their recent praise is justified, put on a real show out there. We lost our last game, assistant. I don't know if you quite noticed that one. We can also go for ignore the recent praise. These fans, we're definitely skipping over that one because of course we are away from home. I want to win every match and today is no different. Let's go. Enjoy the match, get out there and play your own game. Or I want to be impressed today, go on and put a show. You know what? Bit of motivation. I want to impress. You know what? No, I want to win every match. Let's do it passionately. I want to win every match, and today is no different. Let's go, lads. That's demotivated Norwood, which sucks. But Morgan's liked it, and we got an aggressive McLean after that one. So let's walk out. Not the greatest of team talks. That one went down like a lead balloon. Or not so much if you've seen Mythbusters. Lead balloons don't fall as much as you'd think. But Adiapan, he's going to play it up to Alan. Alan now over to Jenkinson. Can Jenkinson get anything going on this right-hand side? Nice early start here. It's a kickoff highlight. Doesn't usually amount to much, but this is looking pretty good. It's ball whipped in. It's back out to Morgan. Morgan now up to Labala. Labala, where's he going to go with this one? Goes back to Morgan. He can pull it out wide if he wishes. Instead, it's gone across to Allen. Now finds Dyson. We've got an overlap on this right-hand side if anyone finds it. Jenkinson has been found by Zimba. Can he do anything with this possession, though? Holds it in for Dyson. Oh, it's blocked. Oh, nice early spell of play there from us, and it continues as we of course have a corner, and Lubala will be the one to step up to take this. Whips it in near post, nodded away though, as Adiapan will probably collect this and the highlight will probably go dead. Yeah, goes dead. So, Carlisle 1-0 up by the way against Barrow at home. Nice early start for them. Accrington Stanley, who are they? Well, they're at home against Fleetwood, I believe, in their match. And Adiapan, oh, lovely inception. Dyson back to Adiapan. Now to Jenkinson. Can we build something down this right-hand side? Dyson does a good job there, keeping it in play. Now, short to Allen. Through ball, tries to get it to Dyson. Unfortunately, though, Ferguson will intercept it. Wassall gets it to Bedua, and it's over to Odusina. I wish Hartlepool would sign players with easier last names to read. This it's going to be difficult, rather difficult indeed. But Adebayo is going to get it up to Ferguson. Ferguson coming down this left-hand side for Hartlepool. Come on, get a tackle in, Jenkinson. No, he's whipped it in. Phillips, free header. Oh, Oluwayemi pulls it down. Adiapan clears it away, but only as far as Sterry, thankfully. An interception by Osu. No other goals around the league, though. There's still just that. Carlisle goal. Nope. Mansfield now 1-0 up against Doncaster Rovers. Allen, lovely through ball now to Zimber in this one. Pulls it back to Dyson. Overlapping Jenkinson. Yes. Use it. Now Jenkinson. Make a nice run. You are being closed down, but you can do this. Short to Dyson. Back to Jenkinson once more. Can he get past his man? Oh, great play by Jenkinson. Whips it in. Zimba! Mitchell makes a nice little save there. Zimba. Nice little effort. So, Mansfield are moving up the table, swapping places at the other side of us at the moment with their victory as things stand. But the ball's nodded on Lupala. You could have got past Sutton there. Poor touch, unfortunately. But thankfully, it is eventually stopped. Swindon, by the way, 1-0 up against Cheltenham. And Walsall's just gone 1-0 up against Oldham. But Osu coming down this left-hand side, pulls it back for Morgan. Morgan finds Shipley. Where's he going to go? Goes back up to Morgan. Morgan now up to Osu on this left-hand side. Can he get past his man? He's got a little bit of space, and we know Osu has plenty of pace. Whips it across. Allen. Allen has way too... Oh, Allen! You had space. Maybe just go a little nearer to the goal. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. A little bit more. Because you had plenty of space to move forward before taking that shot. I know you didn't want the defenders to react and try and block it. But please just get nearer. You was miles out. And Osu's poor pass to Jenkinson just ends up in the corner. And they have a throw-in. So, Accrington Stanley, 1-0 up in their game. Exeter's 1-0 up against Bradford. We also have a goal in the Cheltenham game as they've pulled one back to make it 1-1 against Swindon. And another goal was that. Didn't quite catch where that was, but I saw some movement in there. But right now, our game is 0 goals apiece. 0.29 XG, narrowly beating them on that. And same with possession, maybe. You know what? let's get off cautious. We're going to go positive. This is a game we can win. Let's be positive in the way we play as well as our mental attitude for this one. Norwood on a 6-5 and Lubala on a 6-4 though. We do need more from both of you. Same with Joe Allen on his 6-5 as well. But, you know what? Can we do it with punch fists? Yes, I'm proud of everyone's up. Keep it going. Come on, lads. We can do this. Zimba, you've been amazing. We've had a couple of players, like I've mentioned, who haven't been particularly great. But for the majority of you, you've been decent. We can win this. Come on, lads. Bit of self-confidence. I know, it's not pumping you up. Carlisle, even. 2-0 up in the game. Sheldon, though, going to turn. Passes it to Sutton. Sutton now back to Odusina. Odusina over to this right-hand side. Tries to find Sterry, but it's too far. Osu will collect it and play it to Morgan. Now back to Osu. Trying to build from the back as he plays it up to Norwood. We're probably going to substitute Norwood if he doesn't do a whole lot in these next 10 minutes or so. And right now, he's just gave the ball straight back to them with a rather poor pass up to Zimba. Thankfully, though, Adiapan intercepts it and nods it on to Dyson. Allen, pull it back for Jenkinson. You've got him behind you. Make use of him, please. He's got plenty of space. No, he's gone himself. Whipped it back post. Lubala. Maybe should have got more on that, but the follow-up, it's blocked. Don't know what their goalkeeper was doing there. He was scrambling. He batted it back out and then put himself in a very interesting position. Sterry, though, cleared away by Osu, and it's Odusina to collect it here on the right-hand side. Now, is he going to go himself? Oh, okay. He just embarrassed our player. I believe that's Zimba. Ball through to Phillips. Oh, almost embarrassed Oluwayemi with a chipped effort towards net. So, coming up substitution time, ladies and gents. Osu with the throw-in. Possibly our last highlight before I make subs. Lubala back out to Osu. That was a poor pass behind him, but thankfully it isn't taken back. Lubala going to whip one in. He should have pulled that to Osu. Osu was not tightly marked like him. It's eventually played up to Osu by Morgan, though. Can he do anything? Whips it across. Zimba, turn and pass. Yes, Norwood. Come on, Norwood. Got to get more power on that, Norwood. He was in a great position. Just smash it. Smash it. Too soft as the goalkeeper turns it away, and Lubala will be the one to whip one in. Adipan can't get onto the end of it as Sutton nods it away, but Osu will collect this. This might be the end of the highlight, though. Yes. Okay, it tricked me. It tricked me with his turn back up down that wing. So, who is having the poorest of games for us? Well, that's Morgan, Norwood, and Lubala and Dyson. So our wingers are, in fact, our attacking mid and our central midfielder, Morgan, are struggling. So, Morgan, you're on a yellow card. That is my key to get you off. In terms of the wingers, take that as you wish. I am, of course, going to get him off. And then we are going to swap up our wingers, I guess. So, McLean, I think you prefer to be a winger, not an inside forward. So we'll do that. And hopefully we can grab ourselves a goal, and hopefully we don't get an injury, because an injury or a sending off is going to put us down to 10 men. Lovely block there by the wall, though, as it comes back out to Carrick. Hopefully not Michael, because he might be a little bit better at shooting from that range. But that highlight is over as Mitchell goes for the kick. Route 1 here by Hartlepool. Shipley will nod it on, though, as he intercepts it. Gives it back to Sutton. Sutton now back to Wassall. Wassall back to Badua. Badua over to Wassall. Where's he going to go with this one? Ball straight up to Phillips. Adiapan will nod it on, though. Finds Campbell. Campbell's got a man behind him instead. It goes inside. Zimbaye gets it over to Campbell. Campbell's made a nice little run here. Of course, one of our better strikers playing out on the wing. Jenkinson whips it across to Campbell. Campbell, can he get it across? Norwood. We've got 3 capable strikers on right now. Surely one of them can put it in the net. We've got Zimba on, we've got Norwood, and we've got Campbell. All 3 of those should be able to put the ball in the back of the net. Right now, Norwood, of course, is having a rough time of things. You know what? It's risky. 9 minutes left, 0-0. But, you know what? Norwood, go up there. Go up there. Join Zimba. Zimba Zimbaye, what would you like to be? Pressing forward is your ideal. Attacking or defense, you don't mind. So we're going to make you a pressing, but what does Norwood want to be? Deep lying. You know what? Deep lying support, Zimba, you can be our pressing forward on attack. On that. That is our final move of the game. If it gets us a goal, we might change things, but that is our final little bit of strategy for this one. We are positive. We're not going to push completely onto attacking right now, I don't think. Ball over to McLean. Carrick will intercept though. Plays it back to Mitchell. Now up to Wasall. Wasall going to play it short to Badua, and it's on the counter-attack as he does a 1-2 with Sutton. Wasall eventually back to Mitchell. He route ones it, and Shipley should get this one. So, nods it on to right. Where's he going to go with this one? Right up to McLean. He's got a run with Osu. Plays it short to Osu. I think that was a little earlier than Osu was expecting it, and yeah. His through ball goes to Mitchell, who I think shouldn't have ran that out of play. We have been gifted a corner. Now, can we utilise it? McLean whips it in. Oh, Carrick nods it away. But Campbell should be able to keep this in. Come on, Campbell. Yes, Campbell keeps it in play. Great bit of effort from him. Unfortunately, Allen goes for the first timer, and it's blocked. So, Phillips, counter-attack. Over to Gordon. Gordon, not Ramsey, of course, has broken through for Hartlepool here on the right-hand side. Lovely tackle by Shipley, though. Gets it out. And Hartlepool have a throwing deep in our half. Thankfully, we don't have to watch it. And Lincoln, 2-0 up against Grimsby, but we have a free kick. Enough about Lincoln Grimsby. Oh! McLean. Close. Close. Norwood, by the way. 6-3. If only. But it's a ball up. Gordon for Hartlepool. Tries to turn, plays it over to Carrick. Carrick now on this right-hand side. Ball through to Gordon. He's found way too much space. We shouldn't let him penetrate our defence like that. Shipley back to Oluwayemi. That was messy. Thankfully, we do eventually clear it. As the whistle goes here, ladies and gents, it's a ball draw. I'm sorry, but sometimes it happens. So, I thank you all for joining us. I hope you all have a lovely night, and goodbye.